Deontology is an ethical science based on the teaching of moral issues. The focus of deontological ethics is on duties and obligations to be followed. At the heart of ethical teaching is the elevation of moral responsibility for the good, so deontology also becomes a way of justifying happiness as a consequence of duty. Deontological foundations of ethics have been taught for more than 200 years. In addition, deontological teaching has developed in children's pedagogy, becoming a mode of education. The main idea of deontology in education is applying deontological principles and their implementation in practice, including social networks. Deontological teaching dates back to antiquity, including its appearance in sacred scripture as an example of Abraham's duty to the divine. The psychological aspect of ethical considerations is laid down in the child to reflect the society. Nurturing the concept of moral duty in children allows them to develop a sense of responsibility and fulfillment. In addition, deontological techniques foster discipline, patriotism, professionalism, and social responsibility in children. The spiritual and moral education of a child's personality will give them a view of the world and provide an impetus to moral development and keep them from the risks of deviant behavior. Children's psyches are malleable at an early age, so it is essential to emphasize building a healthy attitude toward their responsibilities. For example, small responsibilities maintain discipline and give the child an understanding of duty. Often parents resort to various objects of encouragement for the child, for example candy for dishes washed or toys cleaned. Deontological theories evaluate behavior and decisions made in terms of the act itself, not its results. There is rejection among children when they feel too much control. That is why the goal of education should be to lay down rules because they are the pinnacle of moral duty. Parents always try to protect their children from negative influences. However, in the era of internet and importance of social media, parental control is often not perceived by children. Social media opens up a new type of ethical space in which children need special attention. Cybersecurity issues are of concern to most countries, as the influence of the online is vital in early childhood. In the online environment, the child forms their own identity without limiting the circle of communication, for example there is no choice in school. Consequently, the question arises about the normative guidelines and values promoted on the internet. Due to their age and mental development, children cannot fully assess the usefulness or harm of social networks. Nevertheless, social networks continue to be a source of norms and law and require a cautious approach. Thus, for the healthy formation of the child's behavior in society and internet communities, parents must pay attention to the child's upbringing from a deontological point of view. It requires laying the foundation of morals, and obligations. Ethical education allows the child to grow and evaluate their actions, teaches them to take responsibility for their choices and stick to their commitments. Everything you need for studies, essay samples, writing tools, and tips, you can find at studycorgi.com.